Hi everybody, today we have a great game between Liren Ding and Jorden Van Foreest play in Chessable Masters 2012 online tournament, 15 minutes, and Liren Ding had white pieces. He started with knight to f3, d5, e3, knight to f6 from Jorden, c4, e6, knight to c3, c5, d4, knight to c6, c takes d, e takes d, bishop to d5, a6, bishop takes c, c6 with a check, b takes c6, and we have a castle kingside, bishop to d6, d takes c5, bishop takes c5, b3, and we have a black side castle kingside also, and we have a bishop to b2, and this is open use in this game is tower defense, and the next move from Van Foreest was bishop to d6. Nothing special about this 12th move, both sides are equal. Rook to c1, activating that rook, bishop to g4, pinning the queen, and we have a knight to e2, c5 from black, and we have knight to g3, rook from c to rook to c8, and this is not the best move. The best move in this position is simply bishop capture this knight on g3, and after recapture knight to e4, and black side had a solid game, but we don't have that. We have rook to c8, and bishop takes knight on f6, and Jorden recapture with the pawn. Next move is ht, kicking that bishop to e6, and knight to h4 with a later idea to maybe go to that attacking square to h6 and maybe deliver the mate with some cool coordination with his queen. So Jorden answered immediately. He removed that king from h8, and we have knight to f5, bishop to b8, knight to h6, and we have f5. This is not the best move in this position. The best continuation for black would be bishop capture this g3 knight, but we don't have that. We have f5, and engine said this is not the best move. He is about 2.5 pounds decrease his position with this f5 move. We have knight takes f5 and queen to f6. We have queen to h5, rook from f to e8, and f4 from Ding. Also, Ding miss in this position a very strong queen to f3, but he play, instead of that, he play f4, and he lose this advantage that he have. So next move is queen to g6, g4. We have now exchanging the queens, queen takes queen, pawn takes queen, and d4, checking the center, king to h2, with the later idea maybe go to the attack with this king. D takes e3, and we have a knight takes e3, rook from c to d8, get this free line, d file, sorry, that free d file. It's always good to control open file with your rooks. Rook to d2, knight on the 7th rank is a pig, you know that. And we have rook to c, rook takes that free pawn on c5, rook takes pawn on e2, and we have a knight to c4, rook to d8, and we have rook to f1. The next move from Jorden is rook to d1, and this is also not the best move. Decreased position about 1.5 pawn. The better move in this position is simply go with the king to g7 and put pressure on that knight. But we don't have this variation. We have rook to d1, and we have king to h4. A better move was simply knight capture that pawn, and if you recapture with the bishop, the continuation is like this: rook to c8, checking this king, and after king move you recapture you capture this free bishop. Bishop takes h5, and after rook takes b7, check, king to f8, rook check, king to z7. The white side is clearly better in this position, but we don't have any of these moves. We have king to h4, and next move from Van Foreest Jorden is bishop to a7, and this is blunder, a really big blunder. This blunder leads to mate in 6, forced mate in 6, and I think when the Van Foreest played this move, he saw that he's gonna lose the game. He immediately know what is coming, and this is the continuation of that mate. First is rook to d8. Threat is obvious, mate on 1, and only defense is to put your rook on the d8, knight to e5, and Van Foreest make another mistake. He captured this rook, and now the mate is not 4 moves, it's only 2 moves ahead from the mate, and when this bishop recapture this knight, it's all over. Ding, I saw all game from Ding in this first 3 rounds, and he's really bring 2 great wins. What do you think about this game? Please tell me in the comments, and I will inform you about other games from this tournament. See you next time. Bye.